Hey guys, I'm Chris Blackbeard. I'm in Cebu, Philippines right now, and I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about my life, what I'm doing here, why I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, a little about myself, a little bit about my background. How old am I? I am 23 years old, so a lot younger than most guys who come out and try this whole game.
Mm-hmm. You have a YouTube channel, I understand, correct?
Yes.
Tell me about your YouTube channel.
Yes, so I started a YouTube channel basically with old footage I had of my first trip to Asia. I kind of went here just as a backpacker, kind of just, you know, oh wow, I can go to Asia, live cheap, you know, ooh, that's so cool, great. I got here, I was really surprised because I found the culture to be the most fascinating thing, the traditional kind of deep-rooted culture that I'm not used to as a Westerner. So my channel and following is really built off of that, but now I kind of changed my mind. I wanted to come here more as an expat versus a backpacker, and that's really what this channel is going to be about now. So you're going to see new video of me just, you know, living out here, starting a life, you know, making it. You don't see a lot of young guys out here. I think it kind of happened by luck. You know, I kind of went on that first trip as a backpacker, kind of just exploring, and then I kind of found that I was after something different, the tradition, the meaning of life, you know, stuff like that. And then I went back to the West and I had a hard time just readapting to the Western style kind of worship of materialism and all that kind of life. So I went back to pursue, you know, I built that year trying to develop alternative sources of income, which I didn't quite do enough to sustain myself, but that was really, you know, that was kind of my motivation for it.
So as a YouTuber, how are you going to exist here in Asia? What are you going to do to make money? What are the options?
Yeah, so that's a great question. The options to make money out here, I mean, it's hard. You're limited to pretty much your computer, okay, your internet connection. You have to do business in the online marketplace, which is not, you know, that sounds easy, but it's really not, you know. Or you go to a place, you dot around places like Vietnam, Korea, China, that are willing to pay for your skills. And what skills do you have? If you're a white Westerner coming here, you have the English skill, you're a native speaker. So I plan to try that, capitalize on that a little bit. I'm working on some online ventures now. I'm making some money. I'm not sure if I'm not really making enough. I'm a saver. I'm cheap. I like to be stacking away. So I'm struggling a little bit, but I'm figuring it out.
What do you think it costs you a month to live here? Just a ballpark.
Ballpark, probably around $633 a month, roughly. That's what my expenses are last month. So I live pretty cheaply. I live off usually less than $20 a day, which for a lot of guys that, you know, that come here, they just don't get that. I mean, this place, my apartment, you'll see that in another video on my channel. We're talking, you know, $10 a day, $12 a day, you know, $300 a month. Visas are expensive in the Philippines. That's a significant cost. Food is cheap. Food is, you know, $1 or $2 a meal. So I'm killing on that. I don't drink. So that's where a lot of guys, you know, donate their earnings to. I don't do that. So that's even a motorbike. So it's I'm keeping my expenses down, for sure. Okay. Which is great because I have savings. I could live like that for years out here. So until I find an alternative source of income. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've been in the Philippines for a few months, and I've kind of decided I want to try something new. I'm not really. I'm just scraping by on, you know, with expenses and earnings. So I've decided to go to Vietnam. My buddy is out there now. He's making $25 an hour as an English job. He talked to the company. They would be willing to take me on as that, teaching English. And I'm gonna give that a try. I don't know if it'll be 3 months, if it'll be a year, if it'll be indefinitely, but I'm going there next to Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, and I'm gonna give that a shot, because I mean, 25 an hour, you make 1 hour a day, you just covered your whole day. So me being a driven guy, I'll do more than that. I'll work, I'll work 30 hours a week if they want. So I'm gonna give that a shot. I've been to Vietnam. I've had a Vietnamese girlfriend. I know the culture. I like the culture, and I'm looking forward to trying that.
What about a comparison between Vietnam and Cebu?
Yeah, that's a great question. A comparison between Philippines, Cebu, and Vietnam. Honestly, when I'm in the Philippines, I don't quite feel like I'm in Asia all the time. I feel it's more of a Pacific Islander type feel. This more relaxed, kind of, loose pork barbecue, this type things. Vietnam feels very Asian. It feels very traditional, very cultured, honor culture, the Philippines is very westernized, I find. In a way, I feel like I'm in a third world America sometimes. I guess that's
a good way to put it.
That's one of the ways I could put it, is because it's America's been involved in this place, whether it's direct colony or what, for so long. American colony with a hint of Spanish and Pacific Islander. That's how I would describe it. So Vietnamese, the food in Vietnam is that's amazing. That's the French influence, the depth of the cuisine there. Here it's much cruder. It's barbecue and very simple stews that revolve around soy sauce, vinegar, sugar, salt, and magic sarap. So it's I'm looking forward to trying some pho and some spring rolls and some good old Vietnamese.
Sounds great.
So what I'll say is that dating here, women here are a lot, even though it's, the Philippines is quite westernized, it's a lot more traditional. It's a lot more just natural. Women behave like women here. In the West, it's kind of like they behave kind of as, inferior men, to be honest. They're, doing the corporate dance, the education, all that stuff. Here, it's like they kind of desire to be a housewife. They desire to be, yeah, you see them going for jobs in college and all that, but it's still like they want kids. There's a lot of women in America that are just, in my opinion, lost on that subject. So here, there's definitely more of a traditional nature, a more feminine nature. And, they like white guys. There's no other way to put that than they like white guys, right? They want a white boyfriend. They find white people attractive. They find them smart. Maybe it has to do somewhat with, if you're white and you come here, you have to be at a level of success. You're not just some deadbeat who's blowing his paycheck every week on expenses. You have to have your life together a little bit to even be here. So maybe it's that, maybe it's looks, maybe it's height, maybe it's these beautiful beards that white people can grow. I don't know what it is, but there's something with that for sure. So I pass most of my time looking at opportunities. I run some marketing for my friend's business. I have a little Instagram business I do. So I'm kind of just trying to put my time into money generating opportunities to find something that can become passive. It's definitely not passive the way I'm spending my time right now, but that's what I'm really looking for. I'm not a big party guy. I'm not a big drinker. I'll go out and hike and explore and out in the jungle and look at the plants and animals and stuff. Beach. I'm big into diving. I used to work as a commercial diver. So yeah, nature. And Cebu is a pretty good place for that. You can go right up the street. You're in the mountains. The beaches are pretty hard to find. You can get great beaches. You just have to you know, it's more like a day, you know, multi-day trip than just you know, heading down the street pretty much. So, I mean, if you're planning on being an expat here, there's really gonna be no easy way to do it. There's gonna be no, you know, comfortable, easy solution to go from one culture you're used to a whole nother world. So if you're gonna do it, the one thing you definitely need is savings. I mean, I wouldn't do it unless you have, I mean, you need to have enough savings so you're not stranded here, obviously. I mean, I have enough where I could be, you know, years here if I don't find a job. So that's a big stress. I mean, for me, I still stress because I'm, you know, me. But so you need that. You need, I guess, just an adventurous spirit. You need to be able to deal with the uncomfortable. And I camp. You know, you need to have that camping spirit. You're going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be things that you don't like. You're not going to like that they look at you for money. They're not, you know, those are all things that you're just going to have to go into and be ready to overcome. So advice, yeah, I'd say savings and just, you know, open mind, adventurous spirit, and drive. You need to just be willing to, you know, get up and make your life better, do something about it.
Do you feel safe here?
Yeah, I feel safe here. I will say, you know, the Philippines, I definitely feel a little, like, in terms of the rest of Asia, where I felt, you know, pretty much like nothing, no one was going to really seek me out for trouble, and so maybe some areas in Cambodia or whatever, but here I definitely, there's some areas that I wouldn't really walk around at night or, you know, alone or that, but yeah, I mean, the Philippines is, you know, there's worse areas in America. You go to Detroit, Michigan, and, you know, walk down the wrong neighborhood, and all, I mean, it's really just a matter of being smart, being, you know, yeah, so I mean, basically make sure to subscribe to this channel, my YouTube channel, to follow the journey. If you're, you know, a guy who's in my shoes or considering being in my shoes, you know, you're not really happy with your life in the West, you're thinking about doing something, or you just, you know, want to see a different perspective. So check out my channel. It's Chris Blackbeard, Blackbeard Travels. I'm on Instagram, Blackbeard Travels on Instagram. And take care, you guys.